Your consciousness has been in what quantum physicists call an observer loop, which is how this message got to you. This is not a figure of speech. It's how things really work in your world. Your awareness, your focused observation, keeps collapsing the same probability waves from the infinite quantum field, making the same reality take shape over and over again. There is something deep inside you that knows this to be true right now. Since you've been feeling it, right? Some people feel like they keep going through the same things, having the same conversations, and being let down by the same people. It's like life is playing the same song over and over again. When you try to make a change that doesn't stick, you feel like you're pushing against a door that won't move. It's not a coincidence that you are here watching this. It's the best kind of synchronicity. It's a cosmic law. Your personal energy signature, or quantum field, has been sending out signals as it desperately looks for a frequency that can break this loop. You have been led to this transmission by the universe, which is a huge, smart, and responsive field. You know something that most people will never find out. They can't see it yet, not because it's hidden or because they aren't worthy, but because their consciousness hasn't quite reached the right frequency to do so. Reality is filled with a transmission that moves through it like water finding its level. A teaching that only shows up when the right time has come for the observer to receive it. There is no magic in this that looks like wisdom. In this, we look at the basic physics of consciousness. The ancient people knew this. They didn't just write books to tell people things, they wrote them to turn on. Every story, parable, and what seemed like a simple tale in their writings wasn't meant to be fun. It was a key, a certain code for frequency. You could only turn that key when your inner mechanism, your consciousness, had changed to fit its shape. What you're about to find is more than just a bunch of stories. A transmission that doesn't happen in linear time, but in resonance. It's a living technology of consciousness. It's not luck that you're here right now, that's recognizing the cosmos. Your spirit has been getting ready for this. Allow me to explain what's going on. The universe is not like a vending machine where you put in work, force, and struggle and get something in return. Infinite signals, probabilities, and realities are always being sent out at different frequencies, making it work like a huge quantum radio. What you get and what you think of as your life depends on where you tune your dial. Every day, most people try to make the universe send signals on the channel that is familiar, low frequency, and safe. For them, they stay in the observer loop, which reinforces the same patterns. They beg the universe to change, but they stay tuned to the frequency of the reality they want to escape. They don't understand that all they have to do is change how they receive signals. You've been taught that searching is the way to find wisdom, that it comes to people who look for it long enough, deep enough, and into the unknown far enough. But no one tells you this. The best lessons don't come from working hard. They get there through alignment. Take a moment to think about your own life. Have you ever had a book just show up when you needed it? Conversations that took place right when your soul was asking you a question you hadn't even said out loud? Teachers or even YouTube videos that showed up just when you were ready to learn what they had to teach? It's not luck. Real life is based on this basic operating system. This is how the observer effect works. The universe is not a blank wall that you move through. It is a smart, limitless field of possibilities that reacts directly to the state of your consciousness. And all of a sudden, what you need shows up when your awareness reaches a certain vibrational state, when you've had enough experiences, asked enough questions, and let go of enough old beliefs. That's not why it shows up. You have become coherent with it. not because you attracted it from afar. You have finally set your radio to the frequency where it has been broadcasting the whole time. The Ritual of the Universe is the name of the old book we're reading today. But this is what makes it different from all the other spiritual teachings you've heard. It doesn't say that it can be found. It says it can find you. Read it again. It doesn't have to be found first. It knows when you have reached a certain level of consciousness where its lessons can take root next, and only then does it show itself. This is the first cosmic law principle that most people don't understand at all. The treasures of life, the timeline of your highest self, and the truth of your dreams are not being kept from you. They are just waiting for you to change into the observer version of yourself so that you can hold them. You can't make people ready. You can't fake being in alignment. There is no way to positive think your way into a different frequency. Not the story you tell yourself about who you are, but the frequency of your being, the true quantum signature of your coherent state. Take a moment to click the like button if this is hitting home for you and you sense a resonance in your cells. It's for you, not me. This is an example of quantum acknowledgement, which tells the field that you are getting this message. You can also subscribe to stay connected to this frequency and this group of souls who are awakening. If your frequency matches what's out there, reality will rearrange itself to give you exactly what you need. Most spiritual teachings don't talk about this other thing that's going on. They are all about what you need to do, like what practices you need to learn, what levels you need to reach, and what thoughts you need to take charge of. But the most important lessons, the ones that really free you from the observer loop, don't ask you to do anything. They want you to see what's already there. They want you to see with fresh eyes what has always been there, but has been hidden because you weren't vibrating at the right frequency to see it like this. No matter if you can see it or not, infrared light is there. It's there, shining and present, but your eyes aren't made to see it. So it's not real, right? Not at all. It means that it hasn't yet become part of your wider understanding. When you put on infrared goggles, you see a whole new part of reality that was always there. Minds and consciousness work the same way. In its very nature, the quantum field is a superposition. This means that every possibility is true at the same time. Right now, the reality where you are happy, fulfilled, and living your highest purpose is not out there in the future. At this very moment, it is here as a probability wave. Broadcasting on a different frequency band is all it is. There are dimensions of possibility, chances, connections, insights, and resources all around you in this room, but your current frequency can't see them at all. It's not that they're being hidden, but that your awareness, your observer, hasn't grown to include them yet. Your observer loop's goggles are still on, and they're set up to only show you familiar patterns. Your perception of reality changes as soon as you change your frequency and become in tune with a new possibility. And when you change how you see things, everything changes. You can't change the truth. You just look at a different one that was always there. This is the key. There is no such thing as a victim in reality. You create it every moment with the way you pay attention. Come with me. Take a moment to close your eyes. In fact, shut them. Picture yourself walking through an old market. That's not the kind you read about in history books. This one lives in the quantum field, which is the space between thought and matter. One of them is selling things. She is sitting behind a table that is full of things that sparkle with light that can't be there. Crystalline starlight was used to make these vessels. Mirrors that don't show your face but show you at your best. Rings made from wishes that never came true, but were still important. Lisa Martinez is her name in this story, and she has a problem that doesn't make sense. She has nothing to sell. It's not because nobody wants what she has, they really do though. But the payment falls through every time someone tries to buy one of her treasures. Gold coins, which stand for hard work and effort, change into dried leaves. Silver, which stands for power and status, turns into vapor. Even gems, which are thought to be strong and powerful, break apart when they touch her palm. She has thought for years that she is failing. It makes her feel like she's the worst merchant in Damascus because her goods won't trade. She is stuck in an observer loop of failure until one night when something changes. A traveler comes up. The search has left his eyes hollow, and the loss has left his hands empty. This person is lost and can't find what they need. He only knows that he's been looking for a very long time and is stuck in a loop of looking. Something amazing happens when he looks at a simple copper bowl that 100 other people have tried to buy before him. It starts to hum in the bowl, not with sound, but with being there. At a frequency that only he can hear, it moves. Every cell in his body knows what his mind doesn't yet understand when he lifts it. This thing has been ready for him, not for other people, for him. Right now. Right now. After this very trip. When he offers to pay, Jessica's coins stay in her hand. The bowl has been given to the right person. This is the moment Jessica finds out the truth, which changes everything. Her things were always willing to be bought. They wouldn't let people buy them who weren't ready for them. Each object wasn't a real thing. It was a probability that was encoded with a unique consciousness signature. When someone with the right level of awareness showed up, it would materialize, turn from a wave to a particle, and become real in the fullest sense. This is how everything in the universe works. You see, the universe doesn't work like an economy based on limited resources, hard work, or transactions based on the physics of resonance. It works. What you're looking for is looking for you too. That dream, that relationship, that peace of mind, it's all a part of you. Because it is quantumly connected to your consciousness, it is real. That thing is a probability wave that wants to crash into your experience, but it's not looking for the you act like you are. The you who is trying to force, push, and buy your way into a new reality is not being looked for. Being on the lookout for the you are becoming. The you that has been through enough, changed enough, been opened enough, and grown coherent enough to hold what is about to be given. In real life, this means the following. There was no accident with the book that changed your life, the lesson that opened your eyes, or the relationship that changed you. They were appointed by the stars. Quantum entanglements were what they were. A frequency of readiness was sent out by your consciousness, and the quantum field responded by collapsing the exact probability wave you needed at the exact time you could receive it. The question isn't whether there are lots of things in the universe. Question: are you tuned in to the frequency where plenty can find you? This is where most people get stuck. They believe that tuning themselves means to work harder, meditate longer, and say their affirmations louder. They believe it has to do with adding, but adding isn't what tuning is for. It's about taking away. It's about getting rid of the noise. It means letting go of the fears, beliefs, negative thoughts, and stories about not being good enough that are blocking the frequency that is already trying to reach you. You are living in Jessica's market right now. You see hidden gems every day, just waiting for you to be ready to find them. Connections that could change you. Chances that could help you get ahead. Thoughts that might help you break out of your observer loop. They're there. Present. True. You can see probability waves right in front of you. You still can't see them, though. You are not able to see them, since your consciousness or observer hasn't matched their frequency in time. How do you raise your frequency? That's the question. How do you change into someone who can see things that you can't see now? Not with force, but by being there. The way to get there is not by striving, but by being still. Not by looking for more, but by letting go of what's stopping you from getting what's already there. Feel this resonance? If so, please share it in the comments. I am in resonance with what seeks me. You've made a quantum acknowledgement with this. Not just a comment, you're telling the universe that you're letting go of the frequency of seeking and fully embodying the frequency of receiving. Take a break now. Now. Do not skip this. The things I'm about to say aren't just facts. It turns something on, and if you let it, it will start to change how reality shows itself to you from now on. Sit somewhere quiet tonight before you go to sleep. The usual way to meditate is not to do this, not to get your mind off of things or reach a perfect state of stillness. Just to remember. Remember the last month, year, or 10 years of your life. Kindly name 3 things for me. 3 moments, 3 lessons, and 3 meetings that came at just the right time for you. Not yesterday, when you wouldn't have understood. Not the next day, when the window would have shut. But just the right time for your soul to receive. Someone might have told you about a book, and when you read it, it answered a question you'd been thinking about for years. It could have been a breakdown, a time when your old observer loop broke, that pushed you to make a breakthrough you'd been putting off. It could have been a stranger who said 7 words that changed the way you think about yourself. As you think of each one, I want you to say this out loud. I know that all gifts come at the perfect time. I believe in the wisdom that leads them to get here. I'm ready to receive what is coming my way now. This isn't just an affirmation to make you feel good. This is what quantum acknowledgement is. I see you. You tell the quantum field of consciousness. I'm aware of the intelligence that runs my life. I'm no longer stuck in the observer loop of chaos and luck. I'm ready to receive what is already coming my way right now. Things start to happen that are truly amazing when you do this regularly. You can feel the universe, or quantum field, responding to your awareness. The pattern gets stronger because you see it. Chances that you would have missed suddenly appear more slowly, letting you see them. Teachers who were going to walk by you now stop and look at you. It's almost like books that were going to stay on the shelf just fall into your hands. Why? Because you are now energetically clear to what is looking for you. Your radio is now tuned. It's not enough to just be thankful. The Gratitude Gateway is also about tuning your consciousness to a frequency where synchronicity is the norm, not the exception. Do it tonight. After that, please come back here and leave a comment. Don't just read and move on. This is a part of activation. Put this exact phrase in your comment. I am ready to receive what seeks me. So that's your message to the field, your statement about quantum. Your message that you are no longer living in the consciousness of wanting and are now living in the consciousness of receiving. You'll notice something subtle but deep when you finish this practice tonight. You'll begin to see patterns you didn't see before. There were always synchronicities, but you couldn't see them when you were awake. Have you ever felt like you'd seen something before? Are you feeling scared because you know you've had this conversation or lived this moment before? A lot of people don't believe it. You, on the other hand, have always known there was more to it. That's what people who study quantum consciousness call a temporal echo. It is your awareness, in a brief moment of clarity, catching a glimpse of how your observer loop repeats itself. The groove in the broken record is what you're seeing. Quantum acknowledgement is the way to move the needle forward. There is a different pattern that you are noticing. This is the pattern of synchronicity and perfect timing. And when you look at that pattern, you start to break down that reality. It's not like the universe starts helping you out of the blue. It means you can finally work with the universe. This practice has a second level that makes everything more profound. What was I believing about myself, about life, about reality, right before each gift appeared? Because you'll find out not by chance, but at the exact moment when your consciousness changed from one frequency to another. Each treasure showed up, going from doubt to trust, from fighting to giving up, from wanting to letting go. The opening was made by that shift. As soon as you become aware of this pattern, you can make those openings happen on purpose. You stop waiting for life to make you ready and start making being ready your default state of being. Let me take you somewhere else now. Something that will show you why effort in the usual sense might be what's stopping you from getting what you want. There is a principle in it that most people fight their whole lives. A master blacksmith named Brandon Rodriguez lived in the volcanic valleys where the molten core of the earth rises close to the surface. Travelers said they could hear the sound of his forge in their dreams days after leaving the valley. But Brandon was really mad inside. He had been able to bend metal to his will for decades, using only strength and accuracy to hammer, force, and shape. He was famous across kingdoms for being able to control the forge and bend iron to his will. With his observer loop, he could make the same things happen over and over again. Until one morning, when he hit a piece of metal that wouldn't give way and his hammer broke. He did everything possible. More heat, different views, tools that are stronger. It didn't work. The metal flatly turned him down. He fell asleep next to his cooling forge that night, tired and confused. And something happened in that coherent state between waking and sleeping. He heard the metal talk, not in words, but in how you feel. When you know your strength makes resistance, your surrender shows me the truth. No one is supposed to be able to beat me. I'm supposed to flow into shape. Things were different when Brandon woke up. He went up to the same stubborn iron piece, but this time, he didn't force her to listen. He just did it. He could feel the metal's natural need to change. Instead of going against the beat, he moved with it. Once he stopped trying to control the material and began working with it, miracles began to happen, stronger than diamond but lighter than feathers. Blades that didn't cut flesh but did cut through lies. Instead of arrows, they had shields that blocked fear. The word got around. A brave prince came across deserts to get Brandon's secret. Brandon held a glowing ingot very gently, as if it were a sleeping child. "I don't have a secret," he said. "I simply listen to what wants to become, and I help it arrive." Take a moment to think about that. Right now, this principle shows up in the following ways. Put down your book for a moment. Stand up straight. Put your hands on your knees so that the palms are facing up. This isn't a sign. It has energy. By letting go of your resistance, you are physically opening yourself up to receive. Take a deep breath, but not the way you normally breathe. Being aware of breathing, you will let go of one layer of control with each exhale. Your role as an observer will change from searchlight to sunlight. Slowly breathe in. As you do this, tell yourself, "I am the universe flowing freely." Let out all of your air. Let the stress leave your shoulders, jaw, and hands as you do this. Really feel it go away. You're letting go of the quantum signature of power. Breathe in again. I am divine will in motion. Let out a breath. Let go of your resistance in your mind. What's happening because of your tight grip? The worry that things won't happen if you don't push them. You are giving up the need to collapse a certain probability, which means you are now open to all probabilities. Inhale and say, I am perfect cosmic timing. Let out a breath. Don't try to control when and how your life happens. Keep going for at least 2 minutes. It could be longer. Until you feel your body change. Up until you feel lighter and more open, like molten metal ready to flow into any shape life has planned for you. This isn't being passive. This is the strongest position you can have. When you stop trying to searchlight the universe, you let it move through you with effortless sunlight accuracy. In the language of mystics, this is called timeline consolidation. Part of your mind is probably on the person you used to be right now. Part is worried about what might happen in the future, and there is actually only a small amount there. This attention scatter is what keeps the observer loop going. It keeps your consciousness spread out over reality tracks that don't work together. A coherent consciousness is the only one that can get coherent experiences from the quantum field. Timeline consolidation is the term for this breathing exercise. Taking your attention off of all the other versions of yourself except the one that shows your highest potential. Right now is what it means to focus. Coherence comes from letting go, not trying. Please share in the comments. In what part of your life have you been forcing things instead of letting them flow? Think about what it would be like to give up that struggle and trust the process. Your thoughts could be just what someone else needs to hear today. There is still Brandon's forge. Not in the real world, but in the realm of ideas, you are standing at that forge every time you choose flow over force, harmony over struggle. You are letting reality shape you into something more beautiful than you could have imagined. Here's something that might make you question everything you think you know about how life works. You believe you're behind schedule. You feel like you've missed chances. You say, if only I'd known this teaching 5 years ago, 10 years ago, everything would be different now. But something changes everything. You are right on time. This is the exact moment your consciousness can take in what's being sent. Not last year, not next month, but right now. You would have understood this teaching intellectually if you had heard it earlier, but you wouldn't have lived it. It would not have been coherent. The things you've been through, the pain you've felt, the confusion you've been through. Everything you did was getting your mind ready for these seeds to grow. All of that had to happen in order to break the old observer loop's hold. The universe always knows what time it is. Think about those tales. Jessica's Impossible Market didn't depend on what customers wanted. It depended on how ready the customer was. The traveler found the copper bowl long before he got there, but it didn't work until his consciousness matched its frequency. It's also true for you. This teaching, this frequency, has been around for thousands of years in different forms. It shows up in your life now, though, because that's when you can use it. At this point, your soul has grown enough to not only hear these words, but also let them change the way you live your life. The observer effect is an idea from quantum physics that says what you see changes when you look at it. Particles are in superposition, which means they are in all possible states at the same time until they are observed. When that happens, they collapse into a single reality. The same is true for your consciousness. The the free you and the you who is stuck in the loop. There are two of them as probabilities in the quantum field. You've spent your whole life walking toward this moment. Every book that wasn't quite right for you led you here. Every teacher who helped you along the way but couldn't finish the job was getting you ready for this. Every rough patch, every soul-dark night, every time you almost gave up but didn't, all of that was part of the navigation system that led you to this frequency and those shockingly deep moments of knowing that you can't explain. That moment when you understand something about life that you have never read or been taught. Those aren't just random thoughts. There are quantum memories there. These are downloads coming from different versions of yourself that happened in the future, and where you are no longer stuck in the observer loop, because your consciousness is so high-tech, it's getting information from your higher self. So no, you're not behind schedule. You're not behind. You didn't miss anything. You're on time. What's more, the fact that this makes you feel something, that's more than just feeling. That's being recognized. The things your soul knew all along, but forgot because you lived in a world that made you doubt the intelligence of the universe. Feeling this deep recognition? Write it down in the comments below. My timing is divine. This statement will get rid of any feelings of being late or behind. You are telling yourself and the universe that your whole journey, every step of it, has led you to this perfect, powerful, and on-time moment. Today we're going to talk about the recognition principle, which says that being ready unlocks what's already there. But this frequency is only a small part of a much bigger spectrum. You're right if you feel like there's more to this than meets the eye. This system works as a whole. One of the most healing things you can realize is this. I want to talk about it more. When you really understand that you're not behind, that you didn't miss your chance, and that the universe hasn't forgotten about you, something very important changes. You need to slow down. Don't force them. The stress of, I should have done this sooner, or what if it's too late, goes away. You start to trust what is happening instead. You start to see that every delay was really just getting ready. Every detour was a way to stay safe. Each second of waiting was actually a time for ripening. Consider fruit. You can't make an apple ripen faster just because you can't wait. It ripens according to rules that you can't change. Time, temperature, and sunlight. It goes bad if you pick it too early. It goes bad if you wait too long, but it's perfect if you choose it at the right time. It's the same in your life. This doesn't mean you do nothing and wait for the universe to give you what you want. It means you stay busy, involved, and present. That is, from a place of trust instead of need. Acting is something you do because you want to, not because you're afraid of falling behind. When you stop pushing yourself before you're ready and start trusting your timing, chances that you couldn't see before start to show up. It's not because they weren't there, but not because you weren't. They couldn't pick up on them because your consciousness wasn't at the right frequency. I want to hear from you now, before we move on to the next step. Write about a time in your life when something just showed up at the right time in the comments section below. When the timing of the universe was clear, they're not just thoughts when you share these stories. You are making other people recognize the same thing and strengthening the morphic resonance of this pattern in your own field. There is something that most spiritual teachers won't tell you because it goes against how they make a living. A lot of spiritual paths tell you to look for things to look for, to go on a long journey in search of the truth. That's useful. Momentum is made by moving. Questions let people in. Exploration makes you more aware. But there is a dark side to looking that no one talks about. You are in a frequency of lack when you are always looking for the next lesson, the next breakthrough, or the next level of consciousness. You're telling the universe, I don't have enough. It's not enough where I am. It's not enough to be who I am. And the universe gives you more to seek because it is the perfect, non-judgmental mirror that it is. At this level, the observer loop is the smartest. I spent years stuck in this loop. I thought I was spiritually advanced, aware of quantum mechanics, and aware of how things really worked. But what I was really doing was using what I knew to lock up my consciousness in an even more subtly. As soon as I woke up in the morning, I would look around my world for signs of progress, proof that my techniques for manifesting were working, and proof that I was growing. In reality, though, this constant, desperate observation was holding my reality still. The more I tried to change things, my attention, or observer function, made the patterns I was trying to get away from stronger. The cosmic market, also known as Jessica's market, doesn't let people who are really looking into its deepest treasures. People who are still enough to receive can go through it. This is the paradox that all change is based on. You need to look for something, but can't find it. You find it by becoming the kind of person who doesn't need to look anymore, because they know they already have everything they need. The people who came demanding, grasping, and trying to get Jessica's items didn't show themselves to them. They showed themselves to the traveler who had been looking for a long time and was ready to give up, who had been on a journey long enough to know that it was always inside them. The traveler who got the copper bowl was no longer looking for anything else. He knew what he was looking for because his consciousness had moved beyond the frequency of seeking and into the frequency of recognition. Do you notice a difference? Seeking is outside. Recognition comes from within. It means, I need something I don't have. It tells you, I'm ready to see what's already here. No, you are not stopping to grow. Stopping to learn doesn't mean that. It means that you move from the energy of chasing to the energy of rising, from the vibration of not having enough to the vibration of having everything ready, from the confusion of the searchlight to the clarity of the sunlight. It changes everything that you do when you make that small but profound change in your energetic stance. This is the best joke in the whole universe. The treasure you've been looking for decades and across continents has been right outside your door the whole time. You've been aware of it, you've been there, and you can see what is instead of what you think should be. As soon as you stop looking for something and start seeing it, everything you need starts to show up. It's not that it's finally coming, but rather that you've finally reached the consciousness that can receive it. To be honest for a moment, let's push the envelope. This video is likely to make most people feel excited. They'll nod along, maybe even get emotional, and feel like something deep is moving inside them. Then they'll click away and go back to their normal programming, and this feeling will be gone in a few days. The observer loop will come back to life. Why? Because getting something needs more than interest. It needs to be integrated. And to be integrated, you have to change. Not just agree with the idea of change in your head, but also rewire your daily habits, your automatic responses, and your unconscious patterns. The universe is full of everything. It gives you everything at all times and on all frequencies. Nevertheless, you can only receive what your present self, your observer, can hold. If struggle is a big part of who you are, you'll automatically turn down ease when it comes up. If part of who you are is that you're not worthy, you'll ruin gifts before you can fully enjoy them. It's easy to miss what's in front of you. If your identity is built around seeking, you'll be sure that the real treasure is somewhere else. This is why the teaching puts more weight on being ready than on trying. You can't make yourself ready. you can't lie about it. Your nerves and brain know the truth. Your energy field sends out your current state, not the state you want to be in. The quantum field reacts to who you really are, not what you say you are. How then do you get ready? Not by doing more spiritual things, learning more, or getting more spiritual credentials, but by letting go of what's stopping you from being ready. Finding the beliefs, stories, and identities that keep you stuck at a frequency where the deepest gifts can't reach you is the first step. The active receiving protocol is what this is. I want you to do something strange right now. Declare, I am ready. Don't make it harder. Leave out, I'm ready for love, or even, I'm ready for abundance, or even, I'm ready when the time is right. All you have to say is, I am ready. Feel what that makes you feel in your body. Check to see if there is resistance. Pay attention to whether your mind starts right away to come up with reasons why you're not ready. Take note of any feelings of fear, doubt, or not being good enough that come up. Being aware of what is stopping you from being ready is the first step toward getting rid of it. Say it again. However, as you say the words this time, consciously let go of one thing that has been holding you back. You might have a grudge against them that could be a failure you've been thinking about a lot. It could be a part of yourself that you've been trying to make happen instead of letting come out, I am ready. Let go of your doubts. I am ready. Let go of your fear of the unknown. I am ready. Let the story out that I'm not enough. Keep doing this until you feel something change. As soon as the words stop feeling like lies and begin to feel like truth, it's like your soul has been waiting for your mind to catch up. Finally, they're meeting at the same time. Active receiving is what this is. You shouldn't just sit back and hope that something will fall into your lap. Instead, you should actively create the internal, coherent conditions for what you're looking for to finally land. And I want you to understand this. Reality changes around you as soon as you truly embody this frequency, not in the end. Right away. Now the real signs start. The quantum shift is happening, and you can tell that your observer loop is breaking apart by certain signs. Strange events that happen at the same time will happen more often and be harder to ignore. If you're breaking free, the universe isn't just sending you signs. It's actively changing reality to fit your new consciousness. Pay attention to how birds and other animals react to you. Animals can immediately sense when your consciousness is not in the loop because you give off a coherent, energetic signature. Things will change between you and technology. Electronics may not work right where you are. On the other hand, they might work great, ringing your phone just as you think of someone. The quantum field of consciousness can be picked up very well by technology. How time feels is the most important sign. Linear time is a trick that observer loops play on us. Mystics say that when you break free, you start to feel the eternal now. In a flow state, minutes can feel like hours, and days can go by in an instant. This temporal distortion is evidence that your consciousness has stopped playing the same thing over and over again. These are real things. These are the effects that can be measured when a coherent observer connects to the quantum field. Let's be honest for a second and push the limits. The video is likely to get most people excited. They'll nod their heads and maybe even cry. They'll feel like something deep inside them is moving. You won't feel this way for a few days after they click away and go back to their normal programming. The observer loop will start up again. Why? Not just being interested isn't enough to get something. It needs to be put together. You also have to change in order to be integrated. You can't just agree with the idea of change in your head. You have to rewire your daily habits, your automatic responses, and your unconscious patterns. Anything and everything can be found in space. Every time you turn it on, it gives you everything. You can only receive what your present self, your observer, can hold. Though you'll turn down ease when it comes up if struggle is a big part of who you are. You'll waste gifts before you can fully enjoy them if part of who you are is that you're not good enough. If you always look for something, it's easy to miss what's right in front of you. The real treasure will definitely be somewhere else. There is more weight on being ready than on trying. Because of this, you can't get ready. You should not lie. Your brain and nerves know the truth. Your energy field sends out the way you are right now. Not the way you want to be. The quantum field responds to who you really are, not what you say you are. Then how do you get ready? Don't get more spiritual credentials, learn more, or do more spiritual things. But by giving up what's holding you back, you can be ready. The first step is to hone in on the beliefs, stories, and identities that keep you stuck at a frequency where the deepest gifts can't reach you. This is what the active receiving protocol looks like. Right now, I want you to do something weird. Say, I am ready. It's already hard enough. Do not include, I'm ready for love, I'm ready for abundance, or I'm ready when the time is right. You only need to say, I am ready. Feel how that makes your body feel. See if there is resistance. Watch to see if you start to think of reasons why you're not ready right away. Write down any fears, doubts, or feelings that you're not good enough that come up. The first step to getting rid of what is holding you back from being ready is to become aware of it. Say it again. Allow yourself to let go of one thing that has been stopping you. As you say the words again, you may be angry at them. That could be something you've been thinking about a lot, how you failed. It could be a part of you that you have been holding back. I am ready. Give up your doubts. I am ready. Do not be afraid of what you do not know. I am ready. Tell everyone that I'm not enough. Do this again and again until you feel something different. The words will no longer feel like lies when they start to feel like the truth. It seems like your spirit has been waiting for your mind to catch up. Finally, both of them are getting together at the same time. This is what we call active receiving. There's no point in waiting for something to just fall into your lap. Instead, you should actively make the internal, coherent conditions for it to finally land. I want you to get this. As soon as you really embody this frequency, things change around you. Not in the end. Right away. The real signs now begin. There has been a quantum shift, and there are signs that your observer loop is breaking apart. It will be harder to ignore strange things that happen all at once. It's not enough for the universe to send you signs when you're breaking free. It's changing reality to fit your new consciousness. Watch how animals and birds react to you. You give off a coherent, energetic signature that animals can pick up on right away when your consciousness isn't in the loop. How you use technology will change. Things that use electricity might not work where you are. Then again, they might work great and ring your phone when you think of someone. Tech can pick up on the quantum field of consciousness very well. The most important sign is how time feels. Observer loops deceive us with linear time. It's said that when you break free, you feel the eternal now. Every minute can feel like hours, and days can pass in an instant when you're in a flow state. Your consciousness has stopped repeating the same thing over and over, as shown by this temporal distortion. These things are real. This is what can be measured when a coherent observer links up with the quantum field.